σύντροφο τον Άλμπερτ από το Λαϊκό Συμβούλιο Σουριάνη στη Γερμανία να πει 2 λόγια.
Dear comrades, in the name of the People's Council of Syriacs in Europe, I thank you for the invitation of the Symposium of the Anti-Imperialist Front here in Athens. The following speech will be about the People's Council itself, as well as the repression of the revolutionary Syriacs we face in Germany. The modern-day Syriacs are of Semitic origin, and their root can be traced back to the ancient Mesopotamian cultures of Aramaeans, Assyrians, and Chaldeans. The umbrella term used for our ethnicity is called Syriacs or Suryoye in our language. The People's Council of Syriacs in Europe is a Europe-wide umbrella organization of leftist. Okay. The umbrella term used for our ethnicity is called Syriacs or Suryoye in our language. The People's Council of Syriacs in Europe is a Europe-wide umbrella organization of leftist, progressive, anti-fascist, and anti-imperialist councils, organizations, and groups of the Syriac people. 100 years after the Syriac genocide by the Ottoman Empire in 1915, called Seifo, which means sword in Syriac, intellectual and revolutionary Syriacs came together in Midyat, a city in the region of Torabdin in modern-day Turkey, and founded the movement of revolutionary Syriacs. The active anti-imperialist and anti-fascist fight of revolutionary Syriacs for greater political, social, cultural, religious, and national rights of Syriacs at home and in diaspora demands sacrifice as well as resistance against all forms of oppression and exploitation. Ever since the founding of the revolutionary Syriacs, they have been under a constant target of repression, criminalization, kidnappings, imprisonment, and torture by the state apparatus. The increasing repression of Syriac activists has been largely happening in the imperialist country of Germany. The so-called elemental civil rights, such as freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of expression, and freedom of movement, are being stepped on with the boots of the fascist state. There has been investigation and criminalization of around 12 revolutionary Syriac activists in recent years by the German state. The fascist state has also more recently been targeting and harassing the revolutionary Syriac and speaker for the People's Council of Syriacs in Europe, Sami Grigobayda. The 31-year-old journalist and theologian of the Syriac Orthodox Church of Antioch is under an examination procedure by the Federal Public Prosecutor's Office according to paragraph 129 AB of the German Criminal Code. He's being accused. He's being accused of of the founding of a criminal and terrorist organization in another country. The strategy and method of the imperialist German state builds on criminalizing democratic activism by accusing activists of terrorism. Through that, any form of legal political activism automatically becomes illegal. In this way, the state creates an extensive legal basis of surveillance and repression against revolutionaries. The next step of the state is the application of general criminalization to cause an isolation of the revolutionaries from the people. For over 4.5 years, the German state has tried to criminalize the flag of the communist Syriacs of Mesopotamia, also known as SGB, by going through countless court proceedings and institutions such as the Bundesministerium, which is the federal ministry in Germany, and the Bundesamt für Verfassungsschutz, the federal office for the protection of the constitution, which is also the German domestic intelligence agency. Different institutions and court proceedings gave different judgments and reviews of the SGB flag. In one instance, it was said that the flag was the same as the Marxist-Leninist DHKP. In another instance, it was said that it was the same flag as the Marxist-Leninist DHKC, and another time it was the flag of DevSol. Then, at last, it was a combination of the three of them. In the end, the court concluded that the flag of the SGB was too similar to the flag of the DHKPC. In the last instance, the state took a step further and specified that was not the same flag. However, because of the similarities, carrying the flag was punishable by law. This verdict was not accepted by the revolutionary Syriacs, which is why they have submitted a formal complaint at the Federal Constitutional Court in Karlsruhe. Now, this form of harassment is not just limited to the flag of the SGB. Even regional, national, and regular national flags of the Syriac people are being randomly judged by the police as having criminal symbols on them, which leads to the police demanding the flags to be put away at a rally. Another more recent scandal happened when the state security police filed charges against a revolutionary Syriac activist for holding up a Soviet flag during a rally, celebrating the victory of the Soviet Union over fascism on the 9th of May. Shortly before that, the same activist was also sued by the German state security police for simply liking a Facebook post. There too, absurd political accusations were put forward against him. However, all of these accusations failed and our comrade was acquitted by the court. Especially our comrade Sami Grigobaidar has been under constant focus of repression by authorities recently. Sami Baidar is committed to the fight against the fascist AKP regime of Recep Tayyip Erdogan and advocates for leftist activists like Grup Yorum and the Lawyers of the People in Turkey, which have been partially persecuted by the German state in collaboration with the fascist AKP government. Sami Baidar has been under constant repression by the Bavarian and federal authorities. Besides that, his strong support of Syriacs in Turkey carried many court cases in Germany with it. Sami Baidar will not bow to the intimidation and the repression of the bourgeois state. Together with him, we will keep fighting against exploitation, oppression, and for democratic rights and a socialist future. The fight of the revolutionary Syriacs against imperialism, fascism, capitalism, as well as for independence, democracy, and socialism will continue. We are the people, we are in the right, and we will succeed.
Thank you very much, Albert.